What's up, YouTube? This is my first time doing a video, so just bear with me. I'm gonna expose almost everything due to knowledge that the Father Yahuwah had given me to provide to you. It's a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna have to break this down probably into 3 videos. I'm gonna try to make them like at least 10 minutes, but I'm gonna start off like this. Okay, so one night I had a dream, and I had a dream that I was around the corner from my house and I got killed. I got shot in the back. I was going to hop on the city bus. I seen this girl that looked depressed, and I just felt her energy. I don't know if you know it. Like, if you watching this video, you should know you could be able to feel people's energy through vibrations. I felt her energy, and it just threw me off, and I was just like, I need to get away from here. So I tried to cross the street, and when I crossed the street, I got shot in the back. Now, instantly, when I got shot in the back, I ain't feel no pain. I just died. And I woke up in my house. Now, this is going to sound crazy, but just try to bear with me. I woke up in my house, and I was floating out of, I don't know, I was in spirit form. I ended up flying out my window, and when I flew out my window, I seen like the weather was just, it was sunny, like it was sunny like summertime, but the weather outside was like a hurricane, like a bad hurricane, like probably a tornado hurricane. And I heard this music, and this music, I make music, and I never heard no music like this. And only way I could describe this music is to be like orchestra, trumpets, and something else. But I can't even, if I hear the song, I could recognize it instantly. But I never heard nothing like this. And it was the type of music, you know, when you listen to music and it feels good to you. You start jumping up and down, you start bobbing your head. This music made me, like, it drove my spirit to find out what it was. And I started being like a magnet. Like, I started getting sucked in. I had to find out what was making this music. I had to find out what was causing this music. And when I flew to the place that the music was getting the loudest at, I flew into a window, and I was at my own funeral. And at this time, I seen my mom holding my sister, and I seen like everybody in my family crying. My grandma wasn't there, but my grandma's like 80 years old right now, so I'm thinking this is probably after she passed. And I was telling my mom, you know, it's gonna be okay, but pay attention, you know, that you can't hear nobody in spirit form. That's a different dimension. So when I told my mom everything was gonna be okay, you know, I don't gotta worry about money, I don't gotta worry about violence, I don't gotta worry about, you know, this stuff that you have to worry about when you're a human, because you're not flesh no more. So after I told her that, instantly I got deported into this different realm. Now I'm gonna tell you guys right now, in order to know what I'm talking about, if you don't know it already, you need to type in Google Dante Inferno. Dante Inferno is a poem, and there was a video game out back then when he was after his wife and he went to hell. So when I got teleported, I was on this big mountain like made out of smoke and ash, and we was all, if you read Deuteronomy and you watch like jail videos, they get handcuffed, they have something on their neck like in slavery, like when the Israelites was getting enslaved. We had a yoke of iron, like a slave collar around our neck. Both our hands was cuffed up. We were chained by the ankles, and we was getting pulled down the mountain. The mountain had like little walk paths going down it, like from the top to the bottom. So we all, just millions of people just getting pulled. And we can't, it's so many people you can't even see what's pulling us. And we end up getting pulled into this mountain. And this mountain is like rusted bars, like has doors. So you can see, obviously you can see past rusted bars because they're not a solid object. So I was looking back there, only thing I see is pitch black. And I'm walking with somebody that I used to work with in Walmart. So we get pulled into the mountain, and only thing I see is just another bar door. And I heard some walking, like doom, 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 like something very heavy is making these echoes when it walks, like it's vibrating the ground. And what I seen come from that door was a 12-foot tall Baphomet, 12, 13 feet tall. I'm 6'1" myself. This thing was like double my height and probably like an extra foot tall, probably 13 feet tall. Google Baphomet. It's a goat head. It's basically Lucifer. People call him Baal, Beezeblub, Abaddon. He had different names. And he came out, and he's like 13 feet tall, goat head, got the horns, got the little thing where your third eye is at, and he's very buff, like if you watched like the World's Strongest Men, like the upper body was just buff. He had tattoos on him, but it wasn't like tattoos like mine. It was like hieroglyphics, like it been carved in his body, like it described how he was, I guess, like his history of who he was. But I can't read that stuff, so I'm not going to speak more about that. So he had like the hieroglyphics, and half of his body was like made of like horse fur, and his feet was like had the hooves, like had like the horse hooves. And one of my the coworker that I was working at with Walmart, typical people, I don't give a fuck, I'm not scared to die, take me, I already know where I'm at. You know what? Like you don't have nothing else to lose. Like when you see people in jail, they acting crazy. They don't have nothing else to live for. She's saying that, and if you know what a Grim Reaper scythe is, he had like a mini one in his hand, and he threw it, and it extended and caught her from the back of her neck and just clean off. And you can't die down there. You can't die down there. That I think I was in Hades. I was in the 9 circles of hell. This is real. You Google Dante Inferno. It's going to tell you about the 9 circles. It's a story about the 9 circles of hell pertaining to lust, violence, adultery, just lying. Treachery is the 9th circle where Lucifer is at. And after he ripped off her head with the scythe, he started looking towards me. He started walking towards me. So at this time, I'm getting down on my knees. I'm praying to Jesus. Ain't nothing happen. I'm praying to Christ. Ain't nothing happen. What other names? I ain't say like Hindu people, but I prayed to the Israelites' father, who I started reading about more before this dream. His name is YAHUAH. I prayed to YAHUAH. I called upon YAHUAH name, Yahshua name, and instantly, I was taken out that place. And where I was at, I was outside my house, and it was this girl in this red dress, just very, very beautiful, more beautiful than anybody you can name in the industry, more beautiful than you can name any celebrity, anybody that you ever laid eyes on. And I seen her crying on my porch, so I'm like, naturally I care about people, so I'm like, well, I try to walk up to her, what's going on. Stuff started falling out the sky, like a meteor tried to fall out and land on me, and for no apparent reason, I don't know how we're surviving this. Like it tried to land on me, like knives was being thrown like out of nowhere, like to the point it was like right here at my eye, and at the last second, somehow it just got deflected, and I was just trying to talk to her, like see what's wrong, try to care about her, show her some type of compassion. Even though she was trying to kill me, I was trying to show her some type of compassion. And what I just got from that was that you can't beat evil with evil. Only love beats evil. And this is the problem with this world. We think that, oh, you shoot my friend, I'm going to get a gun and I'm going to shoot you, and that's going to solve everything. You can't beat evil with evil. Right now we're in a war with, you can't see what's going on. I was able to see what was happening. And after that part, the Father, Yahuwah, the God of the Israelites, the Elohim of the Israelites, he put me on this earth as a guardian angel. And I could see how the way this world is really ran. And this world is ran in a different realm. We have a 3D, like the meat, the flesh, all this, the skin and stuff. But we have a different realm. And these is where the demons is at. And they fly around and they try to talk to people in their mind and try to influence them to do certain stuff. They try to influence them to do evil. But they're so smart. If you read the Torah, they tell you that demons is one of the most smartest things because they was here when the creation of life started existing. So they talk to people in their ear and they'll think, oh, this is my thought. Oh, damn, I really need money. Like, I'll go out and I'll do this. And you'll try to justify it. Like, well, nobody not helping me out, But this is not your own thoughts. These is demons talking to you through your mental, through like using telepathy, trying to talk to you in your mind. But you don't realize that it's demons talking to you. Like how if you ever seen a cartoon, you have the devil on one shoulder and then Jesus on the other shoulder. Or Yahshua on the other shoulder, and they both trying to tell you what to do, and it's like right or wrong. That's subliminal. They go in one ear, they tell you to do something, and then me being the guardian angel, I had to tell the other, I had to use the other ear to tell them, this is not what you want to do. You don't know what you're doing. But people, they don't recognize it, so they think that, hey, this is my own thought, and this is my own thought, not knowing that somebody's whispering in your ear, a demon is whispering in your ear, trying to make you influence to do something that's not in the Father's eyes. So I got to see how the way that operates. And then right after that dream, the sign of Jonah happened. With last year, with August, with the total eclipse that happened. If you read the Torah, it tells you that the total eclipse is the sign of Jonah. That the Father works through the sun and the moon and the stars. If you need a sign of the times that's about to happen, don't look on the ground for answers. You look in the sky. And with the sign of Jonah happening, slavery. I'm gonna probably get over the topic, but slavery started in 1619, and this is the stuff that they don't want you to know. Slavery started in 1619 with the Israelites, the 12 tribes getting put into captivity. The 12 sons of Jacob, the procreators of the Negroes, the Mexicans, the Indians, the Somalians, the Guatemalans, the Jamaicans, the Haitians, if you can name it. And this is when slavery started, in 1619. In the beginning of Genesis, Abraham had a vision that his descendants, which would be enslaved for 400 years in a land not of their own. Slavery started in 1619 in West Virginia. You can Google this. I'm not lying. Slavery started in 1619. 400 years from 1619 is 2019. Now, you know that you have the year of tribulation, or they say Jubilee character, Jubilee calendar. You have the year of tribulation. The year of tribulation is basically this year leading up to 2019. The total eclipse was August. It was in August last year, 2017. 2018 is the year of tribulation, and 2019 marks the 400th year that the Israelites been enslaved in the United States. Now, a lot of people do not know this because this is not taught in schools. Black History Month, they don't teach you who you was before your ancestors became slaves. And there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of leading astray that's going on right now that the enemy don't want you to know. The enemy just wants you to think that you're just in poverty and you don't have nothing to lose. This is how the way life is. There's nothing to life but just money and women and fast cars and fast money and drugs and death. This is not the only answer to life. That's not nothing to do with this. It's the fact that this industry, this life, is made because it's trying to bring you to hell. This is the job of Lucifer. He is trying to distract everybody.